Welcome to the first video in our R program series. So in this video, we'll explore um, what R is, why it's incredibly powerful for data science, statistics, and various fields, and why it's the perfect tool for you, especially if you're interested in data-driven decision making. I will touch upon its versatility and open source nature. So in this foundational video, we'll discuss the core concept behind R, its origin as a statistical programming language, its evolution into a robust tool for various data-related tasks, and its significant advantages. We emphasize its open source nature, which means it's free and constantly improved by a global community. This leads to a vast ecosystem of packages that extends our capabilities from simple data manipulation to complex machine learning algorithms and specialized financial analysis, which in our case will apply to stock forecasting. We highlight Arrow's unparalleled ability to create stunning data visualization, which is crucial for understanding complex data sets. So this video will sort of set the stage for why R is an indispensable skills in today's data-driven world. Okay, so I'm gonna switch my video here. Okay, so again, this is sort of why R is an so this video with a couple of them in this series is an introduction to R programming and its power. So we'll focus on explaining the benefits, application of R programming, and later on in the video we get into the programming. So yeah, obviously, what are the key points I want to quickly emphasize here is an open programming language and software environment and primarily used for statistical computing and graphics. And the great thing is it's maintained by a R core team and its R foundation. Why is it so powerful? It's versatile. You can use it in various fields from finance, healthcare, academia, marketing, and almost virtually all domain areas. Comprehensive statistical capabilities offers an array of statistical techniques. It has a stunning data visualization, very capable of producing high quality and publication ready plots. Um, what else here? Open source, free to use, modify, distribute, and it has a large community. And then the package ecosystem, thousands of user contributed packages, and which extend its functionality, whether it's in finance, machine learning, and others. Reproducibility, scripts allow for reproducible research and analysis, and there is community support, very large active community for help and resources. And what can you use it for? Data cleaning, and transformation. You can use it for statistical modeling, whether you're doing regression, hypothesis testing, or others. Of course, for machine learning, from classification, clustering, and other machine learning models. I use it for financial analysis, which is what we'll be using for this, whether it's a portfolio optimization, risk management, or dividend analysis, and then the interactive web application where in the last book of this book series I will build a shiny app where we can visualize the forecasting of um, any stock of interest. Okay, so um, yeah, so if you're excited to dive deep and see how R can transform your data skills, of course, check out my book series, and then I'll put a link in the description. Okay, for the next video here, well, I guess we continue for the second part of this video. Um, let's see, how much time do I have? Okay, so I think we kind of already covered this one, sort of. So in the next one will be, let me switch back. Next one will be, I think I've dealt it in the previous video, installing R and RStudio, which are essential. So I'm not really gonna go deep into this, but again, wanna use R, you have to go to this web link, and I'll share this R file in my website. I'll provide the link afterwards. So you go to this website, right? Again, I think we covered it. This website to download your R. You click on the download for your operation OS operation system, whether it's Windows or Mac or Linux. You follow the instructions. So it's an interview process in terms of downloading it. Just follow the instructions. Um, you follow the instructions, and then run the installer just like any installation. Accept the default setting unless you have specific needs, and then you have to verify installation by opening the basic R console. So you search for R in the startup menu, right? So you search for R here, and then you're able to see your installation. So that's for the R. So the next will be for you to install the RStudio. So the first one was the R itself, then R programming, then second one is to install the RStudio. Again, from this, I've showed this before, from this website. You know, you go here and then you download it and you follow the instructions. It's free. Install the one that matches your operating system. Run the installer, accept the default settings, verify the installation you open. Again, you go here and search for it, or go to your startup menu. You should be able to have it installed. Okay, so quick brief tour here. Your console is on your bottom left. So this is where you get your result whenever you run your program here, right? Script editor is top left. So this is our script editor here. This is where we run our script, arrow script, where you write and save your arrow code scripts, right? Here is where you type commands and see the immediate result. So you get the result here, but you can also type scripts here, right? Environment panel, top right, which is here. So here is basically shows objects, whether it's data variables that you create. You see as we run through it, it will be populating whatever objects and variables that we created here. And then file plot package, which is here. Any plot you do will be plotted here. So file navigates to the computer file system. You can see here we're on our working directory here. Plots is where visualization will appear. Packages is the packages that manage installed R packages. You can see here these ones come pre-installed in R with R. And then help is where you can access the documentation. Very, very helpful if you want to go through examples and then get help in terms of the documentation. You'll be able to access it here. Okay, so this is pretty much straightforward. That should get you ready, and then the next step will be for us to write the first line of code and find some details. And again, not to sound like a not not sound like a broken plate record, but again, some of these is in my book series. Okay, so we go back here. So the third part of the video. So we're gonna run our first. So here, we are going to let's see. So we are gonna run our first program. Starting with using. So yeah, you want to use the print function to display text in the console. So here we're gonna print hello world. When you print it, you get the result, right? And then next, you can also type the text directly without using the print function. So here we type it directly. Again, we get the hello world in string, right? So when you use quotation mark, is a string data type. Also, R can act as a calculator. So we quickly go through the calculation here. So addition here, you can use it as addition. You can see the operators here. Um, Subtraction, multiplication, division. Also, there is the exponential exponentiation aspect of it. So power of operator. You can do this one is 2 to the power of 3, 5 to the power of 2, so square of 5. Also, you have the remainder. So this is the operator for the modular for remainder of a division. Obviously, 10 divided by 3 will give you, a remainder. So 9, and then you have a remainder of 1, right? Um, you can also use it for integer division or quotient. So here we divide by, so 10 divided by 3, um, with this symbol, and it will give you the integer part, which is 3. Order of operation 2, we are familiar with the board mass applies as well. So if you apply it in that order, it will give you the result. Also, you can assign variables to your you can use these operators to assign variables and store values as objects. So here we are using the operator here, which is preferred in R, to assign variables. So we're assigning 10 to X and 5 to Y. So I run this. Run this. Run Y, and then you can print. Sorry, let me. And if you print this, right, you will see the values that were stored. You can also assign the result to an operation for a variable, just like we did before. So here we want to assign the sum of x plus y to this variable sum under xy. If you run this, you see the result. You can also reassign a variable to take on a new value. So here we are now assigning it to uh, 20, right? So if you use the same variable or different number, it will assign it to the new value, right? You can also, variable can be used in operations, right? So you assign it and then you have to do an operation. So remember our sum of xy times x divided by y. So if we do that, that will be our result, right? We assign it to the result variable and this is our result. Okay, so part 4 is here. Very important part. We want to have a lot of description or comments in your code, and how to do that. As you can see here, you use the number sign to add comments to your code. R will ignore everything after the number sign on the line, and comments are obviously essential for explaining your code to everyone, right? So here, let's see, run this again. This is a single line comment, so you can either do it above or you can do it beside. So this comment explains my variable, what my underscore variable holds, which is 100. You can also comment out multiple lines. So there is a keyboard shortcut you can use to do that here, whether it's in Windows, Linux, or Mac, right? So that ends it. You have, if you run through this, you are reading your first arrow code, and this is the beginning. And you can find more of these exercises in details in my book and book series that will be coming out, where I'll provide more codes and explanation to solidify your foundational concept for stock recording. So check out the link and see you in another video. Thank you.